To my right is shortstop Eric Torres. He's a four-year member of the varsity program. A left-hand pitcher Gio Rojas, who threw today, and junior second baseman Cade Rayleigh, second baseman, 9-hole guy. I just thought that we had a pretty good scouting report. I thought Gio was really, really good today, dominant. And anytime Gio's on the mound, we try and score 4 or 5 runs. And I haven't seen too many teams try and string together a bunch of hits on him. He doesn't walk guys, and when he's in it, like he was today, from first pitch to the end. I mean, you can see the proof's in the pudding there. He's just as dominant as anybody I've ever had. So couldn't be more happy for him, and the way that he goes about his business and preparing. It's hot today. He's also our 3-hole hitter too. So him having to run because he was a pitcher DH can be taxing, but he does a good job, really good job of taking care of himself. So hat goes off to Gio. Did awesome. Couldn't be more happy for him.
Gio, just about the start, how'd you feel out there on the mound? Kind of what coach is saying, how you balanced all that.
Felt great. I came into the game confident. Always got to come into the game confident. And then, I tried to produce and do my part, and then have my teammates be up, and we got to get that momentum like we've had all year. So that's all you can do.
Did you feel like you were in the groove? I mean, you had 2 innings where you struck out the side. You finished with like 15 Ks. I mean, I think that's your second most, right, as a high schooler?
Second most.
But what was being so successful, Trey, when you're out there throwing?
Starts in the bullpen. That's where it really started. I got to be focused on my perfection while I'm not being seen by everybody, and that's how I go about it. I started before anybody's really watching, so that's how I prepare.
What does this chance mean to you back on the mound this season?
What was that?
Here at State. What did this mean to you, like being back on the mound at State this season after coming back
Not
from
being here last year.
I mean, I didn't get to pitch last year, so coming back into the game, it was a little bit more personal because my injury earlier in the season last year. So, but I did get to hit, so that was something. So I've been there, but pitching was different. But just got to be in my groove.
Eric, you've been here every year your high school career, and last year you saw those that core of guys win their 4th one. So what's it kind of mean for the senior class this year to be one away?
I mean, it means everything, So we have a standard here set from the moment we got here, and it's to be in this spot, in this position to play, and to get to the next level, which is winning, the next game tomorrow. And that's where we want to be as a team.
For you, well, number 2, it's hard to win one at this level.
Yes, sir.
But you now have the opportunity to go for 5 in a row. Never been done by a top class in Florida.
Any class
at this point, right? But having been in this situation so many times, this whole team, regardless of who's here or who's not, you have an opportunity to do something no one else has done. Any pressure thinking about that going forward?
I think our preparation prepares us for the pressure. It's a grind every day, practice with, the bear, as we call him, every day, getting after it. That's what gets us to this spot where we are and the shoes that we're in. So just grateful to be here as a team and to be here for our teammates and Gio Ross, as you guys say. So.
That you do a good job. You guys do a good job of getting up early when Gio's on the mound. You got that early run. How important was that when he's on the mound?
Well, this team is we've been really good at capitalizing on mistakes and taking advantage of other teams' mistakes, and we did that early. Run. They threw the ball around a little bit, but just to go back, Eric here has really struggled offensively all year, and I told him when we got here, I said, this is your time, and this is what it. Forget everything that's gone out throughout the courses. What you do here is how you're going to remember, the rest of your career. And he played his butt off today. Should have had 3 hits. Should have been 3 for 3. Second baseman made a great play. And then Cade, I think, got us going with the hit and run there to give us a couple extra insurance runs. So it was big for him being on the bottom of the lineup and turning it over. So, but yeah, I couldn't be happier for these 2 guys, especially. Me and Eric, we've been together for a long time, and he's earned that right to be our shortstop, and I said it before, there's nobody better than him at shortstop that we've seen this year. He's the best there is, and he's the guy that I want to go to war with every night right there at that position, and he kind of anchors. His energy goes, we go. His energy goes, we go. Like that it's very pivotal for these two guys to bring it, and it's hard, especially when you're struggling. But he's done a really good job, especially today. Couldn't be more happy for him.
We've talked a little bit about the personality of this team compared to some of your other teams.
They've aged
Do you
me.
think in a game like this, like coming up here where you don't have a lot of experience in the lineup, that a personality like that actually played for them, where they played kind of loose and they were never ready?
Yeah, they've been loose. That's the problem. So they're too loose sometimes, but it's who we are, and I've learned to back off a little bit and just kind of let them go. I was a little uptight the first couple innings today, offensively, because we didn't kind of stick to our plan. But they're a unique group of individuals. I love every one of them. I'm really proud of them, and they got something to do. They have something to chase. It's 103 years Florida high school baseball has been playing, and these guys can be the program to do it. It's never been done, public or private. So they can be our program, our entire program. Stoneman Douglas High School baseball can be etched in stone. It'll never be done again, I don't think. I could be wrong, but especially at a public school.
Kate, Fitz mentioned it earlier, the hit and run, at the bottom of the lineup. I think he goes to you and has a conversation with you about 50% of your at-bats. But obviously you guys are having some meaningful conversation there, and sometimes things work out. What's it like to kind of just be the 9 guy, but then you get that pressure to know the game can be on you?
I mean, there's not much pressure to me. I don't really, I just try to stay calm, do my job, with the hit and run, just, gotta stay short to the ball, just do my job in the 9 hole to get the top of the order back up and just do what I can do to my best ability.
So, Coach, for me, we've talked a lot over the last several years, but I remember talking to you, I think first, second game of the year, you were concerned at what point would this offense catch on?
Right.
You knew you had the pitching.
Right.
But, do you feel like it's caught on finally?
Well, I think we're an offensive enigma. Like we started off slow today. We made some adjustments, scored some runs, got some timely hitting, but even still, like I'm not satisfied, and I know they're probably not satisfied. Like we can be better offensively, and that kid kept us off balance. He threw 3-pitch mix today for strikes, but we knew what he was throwing, and I think we gave away some at bats in the game. But again, when you know how to win, like because these guys do, and we have experience at key positions. When you know how to win, these guys always seem to find a way. And like I said, they're never going to quit. They're never going to get down. We've been down. We were down to our last strike the other night. Another guy comes up and hits home run to put us where we're at today. So it's really a collective unit, top to bottom. And we used one guy today on the mound, so I feel really good about where we're at tomorrow.
Gio, we talk often, almost every game I see you. Last year, I think you had 18 Ks in, I think your second start or third start after you threw 10 in the previous start. Today you got 15. How does that compare to you? Can you still better that? Do you feel like you're capable, or what was going well for you today that allowed you to get to this point?
Consistency was going well for me. I feel like I was just getting ahead in the counts every batter, but improving from my last startings and my last starts and all that, I feel like I can progress and get better.
What
I can get.
were working for you today?
My slider and my fastball. I was just hitting those spots with my off speed and then hitting even better spots with my fastball. So I feel like I was just dominant.
Guys, good. We're good. No more questions. Thank you all for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank
We'll
you.
See you all tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.